It is Monday, the 16th, 2026. We got snow last night. I don't know if you could tell, but got a few snow drifts in front of the garage and around the propane tank. It's about 15 degrees, windy. And this girl is staying inside. But everything, it is Thursday. It's about 3 p.m. and we're in the 70s. And we're supposed to be in the 70s or for the rest of this week. So I figured I'd come out and do a bit of something. I managed to get the cardboard laid on these two beds. I just need to get some supports on them, make sure they don't blow away. I'm not using these two beds, and I'm not using that big bed. I got the tarp. I'm gonna start tarping that down tomorrow. I moved my trellis things from the back where I typically plant grapes and brought them up to these beds, all 6, because I'm planting in these beds this year. So as I was out here earlier, I was checking on my graphs. This one didn't make it. They haven't yet pushed out anything. So I have one there, one there, one there, and one there. So I'm going to keep my eye on those 4 and see if anything becomes of them. So I brought the buckets out from the greenhouse. I'm going to repurpose that soil in these tire beds either tomorrow or Saturday. This is my compost pile. It's been that way for about 2 years, maybe 3. At one point it was inside of a tote, and then I just threw it on the ground. So I'm gonna get all that soil up and put it in bags and tires. And last but certainly not least, I need to redo this area. I got the tarp in. I am going to cut the ends with a soldering iron, that way they don't do the fraying thing on me. And then I'm going to secure them a lot better than I did last go around, because I'm planning on planting in these bags as well. I took the tree guards off of everything in the orchard so they could branch out and bloom out, and there's about 1 or 2 that I'm not sure yet about, but I'm gonna keep an eye on those trees and see what they do. So yeah, too nice a day to stay inside. Had to get out and get some stuff accomplished. Good everything. It is Friday, I believe the 20th, about 11 a.m. and I'm out here to get day 2 started. So intents for today is to get this tarp up, get the bucket planters bags closer to my compost pile so I could fill those up. The white buckets you see over there, the ones that are broken, I am going to reclaim the soil in the tire beds. In the tire beds, I am putting kitchen scraps, burying it in the bottom of that, and then putting that reclaimed soil on it. So that's 1. 2, my intent is to, bees are buzzing. I need to empty this wheelbarrow, and I need to get this pile up and put everything in the burn pit. yesterday before I went in, I managed to get this area raked up, and what I'd like to do is put down a tarp in this area. So I'm still gonna plant my varieties of watermelon here, but in order to try to keep the grass down some, I'm going to tarp it. And lastly, I am going to get started in this bed. I want to get this tarp down as well, and perhaps try to pick up that stuff over there in that pile. I would put you on time lapse, however, for some reason when I do time lapse, my screen is showing blank when I download my video, so I might just have to pick you up when everything is done. So we shall see. So I think what I'll do is bring the bags to the compost heap and then get that tarp up. So, all right, status update. Got the compost picked up, managed to get the soil reclaimed and put the compost in these bags. Got a few of the tarps being picked up. That's a project for tomorrow. I reclaimed 4 to 6 buckets of soil I had out here. These are showing some life, so we'll see what they do. But got these topped off with soil and compost, and they're already sprouting. This tire bed is where my purple goji berries are gonna go. I'm gonna bring them out later. And these are the red. They're already starting to bud a bit. And so is this tire bed. So the only thing left to do is pick up this leaf pile over here, and I got everything else picked up. So tomorrow I'm gonna just do strictly tarping, but I'll come back later and get this pile. Good everything. It is Sunday morning. It is the 22nd, and it's a windy day today, so I'm out here making sure the work that I did yesterday don't blow away, and so far it seems to be holding down. So I hadn't stapled anything down, I just basically weighed it down with the bags. So I'll come back out this upcoming week and finish up this project. And I managed to get this side done as well. Everything is basically, like I said, weighted down but not stapled down. It got to like 85 yesterday, and that was just a little too hot, too quick for me. Alright, this was cleaned up. I brought the cassavas out. We'll see what they do. I need to get some water on them. In those two buckets, I believe they're horseradish in one for sure. I don't know what the other one is right now. Alright, let me get those watered in. So I had to grab water from the well because I hadn't yet closed the spigots off on the totes, but I got that rectified, and I still need to replace that one tote that busted, but that's a project for a later date. I watered my purple goji berries because I did get them planted, and you know, goji berries like moist and cool temps, so hopefully they take and get started. All right, you go in there some. Dig a hole for you because you don't want to. Let's get you going. So let's put you there instead. We'll see what becomes of these. So one of the last things I did was I got the bees some water, some simple syrup, and I put them out a pollen patty since nothing is out and prepare pop. Since nothing is producing pollen at the moment, I laid them out a pollen patty. It's windy, but it's supposed to warm up. Mid-60s today, so I'm sure once it warms up, they're gonna come out. Well, good everything. It is Wednesday. It's about 4 p.m. We are anywhere from mid to high 70s to low 80s. It's overcast. There's a bit of a breeze, but no sun today. So I figured I'd come out here and get this bed knocked out, which is what I did. So that's what we're looking like. Now, if you recall, you may not, 2 years ago I actually cleared up that bed. So your question is probably, well, why put a tarp on it? Because I'm not planting in it this year, and it's the hope that it tamps down on some of the weeds, so when I do decide to plant in it, I don't have to start from scratch. Got this taken care of as well. Still haven't yet stapled anything down. Expected some rain next week though, so that's gonna be a blessing. All right, we're in the back bed, and this left quadrant where you see the stakes, I want to put a row of tarp down there to help with the weeds also. And I have enough tarp left over, so I definitely will be able to do that. But once I get that taken care of, then I'm going to start stapling down. Good everything. It is March the 30th. It's about 8 a.m. Came out to check on the plants. And let's just say we had some casualties. I typically run the grow lights from 9 in the morning to 10 at night, and I happened to turn the mat off and the lights off one evening. That's when the temperature dipped, and as you can tell, I got some casualties. I did reseed a bit, and we'll see what it does. If it doesn't do anything, then we're going to do a bit of direct sowing for those seeds that didn't make it. In the back green bowl, I have some garlic. In this, I have some ginger that I got from Miss Aisha. So we'll see what that does. I have since sown this 16 tray, and I have in there broccoli, cauliflower, okra, acorn squash, crookneck squash, zucchini. I have my white and red roselle in there as well, and some broccoli rabe. And as you can see, some of them already have their true leaves. All right, so y'all remember me saying that I was going to be intentional and not shop at the dollars this season? Well, I think this was a justified purpose. RB the Garden Nanny, I believe on a short she did, recommended this rake, and it comes from the Dollar Tree. So I had to go to get me one. You can see. So this is my before. Obviously I'm in need of a rake. This is the after. So I believe this to be a justifiable purchase. So let me show you what I got to do, and the reason why I decided to go spend money on this rake. I got these crevices by the deck that just basically, that's where everything gets blown into. So the intent is to break up this area today. That's not as bad, but yeah. So that's my justification. So let's get started. Good everything. It is Friday, April the 3rd. Update on the seedlings. They took some catastrophic hit, I would call them, yesterday. The power went out, the sump pump wasn't running, and I got water in the basement. Got a few inches. This toad floated to where you see it sitting right now, and The sump pump is doing what it's doing. So I need to rectify that. And been putting off getting a generator. It's time to get a generator. We've been dealing with rain for the past 3 days. So as you can see, this project did not get completed. I still have piles of leaves raked up. Some still need to be raked up. And the ditches are full with water. So needless to say, this is something I need to get back to doing. However, that being said, we're going to wrap it up here. Trust everyone had a blessed day, an awesome week, a spectacular weekend. Ancestors willing, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.